We've come back to high school to remind everybody how successful we are.
Right, I mean, we're successful in ways that they've probably never even dreamed about.
Yeah, and it's not like we measure ourselves up against our classmates.
Oh, no, of course not.
But they measure themselves up against us. And we've come back to tell them, you'll never have what we have.
Right, because you're not as talented as we are.
And you're an alcoholic.
Who's that one too?
John Harper.
Oh, yeah, I thought so. I was just making sure.
Yeah, he's a sloppy drunk now. I think his girlfriend broke up with him too.
Revenge is a dish best served cold.
Well, I'll really take anything. Really.
Yeah, I'll take it anyway. I'm not opposed to leftovers. I'm just saying it's best served cold.
Yeah, yeah, right.
Well, this is my old locker right here, and lots of memories from this. Looks like they managed to remove the phrase someone scratched on there with a car key.
You can still kind of see it. And coffee vag lips, right?
So this is the cafeteria. This is where we ate all of our meals in high school, and I love this place. So many great memories. Oh, and right there, right here. Not this one, but this one.
This is it.
This is the place. This is our table that we sat at every day. We called our bad scene.
Oh yes, I remember Dan and Jude quite vividly. They were part of the choral ensemble group at school that did charity performances at various daycare centers, senior citizen centers, things of that nature. I had the extreme lack of foresight to assign those to a Christmas duet.
I am the Iraq War, and this milk is the trust of the American people. We went to war under false pretenses.
They had apparently premeditated this as some sort of performance art installation. We're still not welcome there.
Remember Melissa? Melissa would always come by, and I would she'd be walking right down here with like her tray and everything, and I'd stick out my foot, and she'd trip over my foot.
I would laugh,
and then I'd
point.
I remember you used to laugh, and then
point.
And then she'd fall on the ground, so she'd be right there, and I'd make fun of her hairy arms. I'd call her Melissa Gorilla Arms.
They were hairy.
They were.
God,
that was
a pill.
I actually had sort of a crush on her. Melissa, I wonder what she's doing. Well, this is very special for us because this is our old AP English teacher, Mike.
Mr. Barksdale.
Well,
we like to call him Mike
by the first name.
Do you remember what we? You remember our writing from AP English?
Yes.
What did you think of it? Do you think of it?
It's good, guys. You guys did good work.
What was your favorite line that I wrote that year? Not the stuff after I graduated.
Jude once sent me a manuscript for a 500-page book. It appeared to be the story of a baby dragon born into dragon slavery in the future when the dragons are enslaved by dwarves, Nazis. I don't remember. I didn't read a lot of it. I have a family. These two just get kind of attached.
I would leave it up, but it's prime poster real estate, and I mean it's wasted on this thing. No one's gonna go to that. It's like so depressing. I know I wouldn't want to go to it. It's such a downer bummer fest. But just get this guy up here. There we go. That's a good time.
Did you hear us last night, Mike?
Mr. Barksdale. Last night?
We drove by.
Where? At school?
Mike! 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 Hey, Mike! Mike!
Dan and Jude found out where I live. I write for a newspaper part-time, and they went to the newspaper offices and bribed one of the girls to give them my pay stub and track me down.
I told you to go.
Are you telling Mike when we call? You don't tell Mike when we call.
Away.
You never tell him. He can hear. Throw it harder. He can hear it.
They come by a lot. Sometimes they just drop things off like baked goods. Sometimes my wife has to tell them to leave. Sometimes they'll come over just to chat or to go over something they've written. They'll bring sparkling cider and clove cigarettes and hang around on my back porch, midnight, 1 a.m., sometimes long after I've gone to bed.
I thought I told you.
I didn't do anything! No! It was Billy! Billy did it! He made me do it! See?
They come to shoot pool. I don't have a pool table. I really don't mind them stopping by, but I'm trying to limit their contact with my children.
Mike! What is the problem?
What's this about?
We're Mike's friends!
Dan, what are you looking for?
I read this really great quote in a copy of On the Road. It's E. E. Cummings. I can't find it.
You defaced one of my books.
No, I made it better.
You're not going to find it in all that mess.
I think this visit's gone very well. Mr. Barksdale seemed really happy to see us, and we stopped by the guidance office, and they seemed to really like it.
They probably think all the time, like, what are Jude and Dan up to?
Right, like, uh-oh, what are they getting into? What's going on there? I'm beginning to think that we were wrong, maybe, for hating this.
Hey, poetry guys, what's up?
Mr. Randall.
How you doing? What do you want on TV or something?
No, we're just making started documentary.
Oh, I'll do an interview.
No, it's
No,
it's
we're all right.
Yeah, all right.
We don't need an interview.
Remember the time we, the baseball team towel slapped you guys so hard you had to run down to the nurse so nobody saw you crying?
We weren't crying.
Well, I wasn't crying. You
Guys,
I was not.
You're both crying. And you, remember the that party where you clogged the toilet? And there was the dog? Remember the dog thing?
How do you know about the party?
It was summertime. I always go to parties in the summer, there's no legal crowd to deal with. But seriously, the dog, remember that? You were, I don't know, you were behind it, you were riding it or something was yelling at the dog. Dog riding.
Yeah, lots of wonderful
Great.
memories
Great.
here at this.
This wasn't ours. This
Yeah,
wasn't our
this
table.
is not. I don't remember this table really. Was it? I don't think this is this. That, no,
That?
that's. What about? I think it might have been. Was it this one? I can't remember. Oh my god! I found it! I found it! I found it! This one is mine. See? Look, it's right. It's right.
High school was a terrible time for us.
We'll show them. We'll show everyone.
Well, we wouldn't have to if you didn't cry all the time. When
Oh, who are you kidding, Jude? You cried too.
did not.